Welcome back to Forbes Sports Money. The new ownership group of the Sacramento Kings has made $1 billion bet on its franchise. It's not only the largest investment ever in an NBA team, but it's a courageous commitment to a business that's currently losing money due to a variety of issues, from years of poor on-court performance to low attendance, weak corporate sponsorship, and an antiquated arena. Now, the man who's leading this group of gamblers is Vivek Ranadive, a software entrepreneur who's attempting a technological revolution in Sacramento that he believes will lead to an exponential return of his investment within the next decade. Michael Ozanian traveled to sunny Sacramento to discuss this $1 billion bet for our Sports Money Profile.
Vivek, is your investment on the Kings and the downtown plaza, is the success of that based on doing with technology what has never before done in sports?
Some of it, yes. When I looked at the basketball business, I said it's more than a game. What we have is a social network. And if you could use technology to capture that network, expand it, engage it, then there's always ways to monetize it.
To oversimplify, it seems to me that what you're doing here is similar to what you did with Tibco, and that is you created software that brought together seemingly disparate pieces of data in real time for customers. Is that what you're going to do for the fans here?
Exactly right. So I first applied this kind of real-time technology on Wall Street when I digitized trading floors. And I brought all kinds of information together in real time so traders could make instantaneous decisions. Now I'm taking that and applying that to the sports field, where fans can get all this information, participate in the action, interact with their friends, and it's the same technology.
I look at some of your other investors, they've come from Qualcomm, which actually helped with the Bitcoin, bringing that, the first team to use that as currency, and an executive from Facebook. Did you deliberately go out and seek investors who were really great in technology?
Well, I always surround myself with people way smarter than me, and I've done this at my software company, and I've done this with some of the partners I've brought on to help me with the Kings. We have an expression in Silicon Valley, we call it smart money. So money is available, but if you get smart money, that's even more valuable because when you have people like the Jacobs family from Qualcomm, their technology is embedded in every single phone. And we want to make our experience the ultimate mobile experience. When you have somebody from Facebook, we want to create the ultimate social network, the ultimate platform for that. So we've assembled a group of very, very smart people as we drive this franchise into the 21st century.
I've got to ask you this question. I know you don't like to get into specific numbers too much, but it doesn't seem to me sitting here that you view this as a very risky investment. I know the team hasn't been doing too well and all this, but you seem very certain of where the future is going. All that said, this works out like you seem to think it is. What could this team be worth in 10 years?
Well, there's only 30 of these teams, and they're getting a global audience. And so you have 82 games times 3 hours, 246 hours of original, real-time content that will always have a market. You also have the ultimate social network with all the people that are part of the Kings Nation in this case. And so I believe that these teams will be worth billions. And that
billions?
Billions.
With an S at the end.
Yeah, billions. That whatever we look at right now, it's a small fraction. If you look at any business and if you redefine it as a social network, it's worth 5 to 10 times that. And so I believe that these teams are going to be worth billions in the future.
And we're back once again on Forbes Sports Money as we continue our inside look at the technological revolution being attempted by the Sacramento Kings, led by Vivek Ranadive, the first Indian-born owner of an NBA team. Ranadive is often described as a systems analysis genius, and it seems that he's trying to figure out how to revolutionize the business of basketball as well as the game itself. Michael Ozanian has the inside story in part 2 of our Sports Money Profile.
How fast is technology changing the way fans engage in sports and changing the way an owner of a basketball team has to think about his business?
Well, technology is really driving sports now, and it's particularly so in basketball. In fact, when I look at basketball, both the game and also the business side, I think of it as a big data problem. So we have all the data, and we can use that data to find out how we can best serve the customer. We can also do this with our new arena that we're building, where the entire arena is going to check into you, and it's going to know who you are, it's going to know where you are, it's going to tell you the shortest path to the bathroom, the shortest line. It's going to be cashless, it's going to be ticketless, it's going to be completely frictionless in every way. It's going to help you through traffic. So it's applied on the business side, but I'm also applying the same technology on the basketball side. We now have in every single arena 6 cameras overhead, and so we get a spatial analysis that we have never been able to do before. And so really basketball becomes a big data problem. And so the same technology that my customers are applying to find cures for cancer, I'm now using to know who to deliver hot dogs to and what combinations of players will produce the best results.
Is this going to actually change in the future what type of executives and managers, not just your team, but other basketball teams will have? For instance, managers that will have a better understanding of what to do with data as opposed to those that maybe are good at scouting a game in the traditional sense?
Well, as basketball enters the 21st century, the leadership model changes as well. And so now you need people that are really data scientists, people that are open and are able to understand and make use of the data. Now, there'll always be science and there'll always be art, and so you have to find the right balance between the two. But the new leaders will be those who have an understanding of how to leverage and use that data.
What might be some things that technology will allow for you to do or for sports to do in general in the near future that, maybe it's not on people's minds right now, and maybe just on the drawing board?
Yeah, one of the things that I've seen happen with sports is I've been in the technology business for many years, and it used to be that it was the banks and the trading floors which were the leading edge users of technology. And what they did was then adopted by other markets and other areas. Now what's happened today is that it's really sports teams that are driving the use of technology. Whether it's big data technology for analysis, or it's communication technology, or it's display technology, or it's very sophisticated software technology. I'm using software, machine learning and neural network software to help me in the draft. So I'm looking at players and I'm trying to get the software to predict what NBA player, a current college player, might resemble a few years out. So we're pushing the envelope on this technology, on the use of 3D technology, on the use of mobile. So we're pushing it in ways that sports has never done before.
When you dream, do you dream in numbers?
No, I dream like everybody else, but I actually do think about numbers a lot in my dreams. And I have this saying that I believe that math is trumping science. And what I mean by this is that you no longer need to know the why. You just need to know the what. As in, if A and B happen, then C will happen. And so you need to find the pattern. So when AIDS scientists were trying to find out how the AIDS virus mutated, they spent years and they couldn't figure it out. They converted it into a math problem, and they found the pattern, and within a week, gamers had found the answer to that puzzle. So I believe that there's a lot of data now, and in that data, we have the answers to a lot of mankind's problems and a lot of the opportunities that we're going to experience.